What is good? Tommy in the Hobby Hideout. Got the post Photon Hypernova tier deck. This is just a little overview. I was fortunate enough to get my TEARLAMENT Castira card here, as well as my Thrust. This is supposed to be a second Zeus, but other than that, this is the main deck. I didn't actually play Thrust, but I'll explain that later if I remember. And yeah, let's get into it. We got maxed out fusions, the double Rhino. Rhino's also just good to make Kaleido. I could see playing 3, but you can send it off kit on your opponent's turn to make the Kaleido for the Kashtira matchup. 3 of the new Kashtira tier card and 3 kit. These are just super good. If you hit the Millers, I was playing almost maxed out Millers just because it allows you to pretty much full combo on your opponent's turn. They're just really good against Rogue, and as well as the Kashtira deck. And the shufflers, those are Ben insane. They're not good against Kashtira, but they still make Baguska, which is all right. And they also make rogue matchups a lot easier as well. Then you have the power spells, got to play them. I didn't actually play Scream, which was kind of weird because I noticed without Beatrice, I was mostly sending it off Beatrice was the main reason I utilized Scream. I didn't really utilize it as most people. I know it chain blocks, it gets mills, and it can add the trap if you hit it. I only played the one trap though, which I'll get into later, so I didn't really need to search double trap. But yeah, then we played these cards. These cards were insane. Just great going second. Off the Lunar Eclipse, you can dump the Millers, which are really good. And they're really good against Flunder going second. The Mirror Match, they turn off the traps. And against Kashtira, their main purpose obviously turns off their end board as well. They also can go first, which is really cool. The deck has essentially 19 or 18 going second cards, but they're mostly engine. 9 of them are engine, 9 of them are not engine. And the ones that aren't engine are going first or second. These did fail me today against Sprite. Sprite was my only loss. And then I also gave my buddy the win in top 8 because he had a better chance against Kashtira than me. So I let him have that. But these did fail me against Sprite today, going second. But going first, they're good against Sprite because they just, shut off their normal. Then they have to use they can't use their extender, so they have to have starter. These are just good against everything. Imperm's good going first or second. Starts off most matchups. Crime. I want to test out Crime just because I thought these were going to be more popular at the regional, so I wanted to test Crime just to see how it plays against decks in general. And these I wanted to test against just decks in general as well to see how they played. But I did miss like a few times just because of the recursion. And yeah, it helps turn Kaleido on more with the Solic. But this was still good. You can still Kaleido with this because you send an Aqua. And it was still good. Then you had the Bestials and the Bells. I still thought T was going to be the most popular deck in my locals because it always is. And against, it probably will be at the regional as well. So I'm playing a kind of varied package. I'm just playing the best ones and the variety with these two. Just to test it, I think it's the way right now. 2 Ghost Spell just to hit the Bestials as well as the Mirror, Shufflers, stuff like that. The one Volcanic because it can burn. And then we have Dark Ruler, Twin Twister, and Meta Noise. Dark Rulers are just good into like Sprite, Flunder, matchups like that. Twister is just good against Flunder and back row, hate just like floodgates and stuff. And then this is just for the Kashtira deck mostly. The extra deck, we pretty much played it as if Kashtira was going to be very relevant. There was only one person at the tournament that actually had the full Kashtira deck, but I still wanted to test what the other matchups were going to be like with this deck, extra deck. So we played 2 Kit, 2 Kaleido, 1 Rook, 1 Mud, and then 1 Predaplant. We did not play the Garura, which is another reason we can't really play rank 6s. Because we don't main Garura or Bestials, which is fine. And then we play the Sprind, Elf, and Dark. We play Redoer, Baguska, Dweller, the Wallow, and the Zeus. This is supposed to be another Zeus, though, but I could not find one in time. I did not play Thrust, mostly because then I'd have to fit in talents. I'd have to fit in other cards to go with Thrust, even though I do have... These are the main ones you want to search. I just feel like it's sometimes really good, but it can also just be a dead card in hand, and it's a situational card. Same thing with talents. I could see myself playing in the future for sure, and I understand the card's broken, but For now, this is just a list I played today. I just thought I'd show it off. This is my first take on it. And yeah, I hope you boys liked it, boys and gals. Tommy and the Hobby Hide, out. Peace.